Hello, friends.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, guys, first of all, I was just checking to see if we were in the right place, which I think we are. But if you are here, comment so we know that you're here. And then we're going to get started and share some awesome things about this group of girlfriends. And really, I just want to tell you, like, just while we're chit-chatting, while people are jumping on, like, this whole thing started because see, we're live. There we go. Oh, she can't turn me off. Okay, I was like, I think you have to turn me off. We really are a group of girlfriends. The three of us talk on a regular basis, and mostly shenanigans, some work, some play, some life, some just, and I had said something about like what we wanted this year to look like and just some of the challenges like we have as women. And one of the things that I realized, hi Vicky, Vicky's on, hi Vicky, is that I hear women say all the time, and if this is you, I'm guilty too, like, oh, I don't have time for that. And so it's everything, right? Like, it doesn't matter, like, oh, who has time for that? Like, have you ever said, oh,
I don't have time for laundry, so yeah.
Hey, I like that. I'm in for that. What don't you have time for? I want to know. Now I want to know.
It's currently dishes, laundry, just general cleaning, unavailable. Unavailable.
Right. I love it. I love it. Well, and it's honestly, some of my customers were like, I feel like you're calling me out when you say this, but when someone tells me, oh, Robin, I don't have time to wash my face morning and night, right? Like, who has time for that? And I think to myself, automatically, we're like, oh yeah, we're all busy, like, of course, but I don't actually say that anymore, mostly because my whole thing is, if you can't take 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes at night to take care of yourself, what else are you not doing to take care of yourself? Like, there's no one I've ever met in my life who's like, girl, I take good care of myself. I fill my cup up so I can pour out into other people. Like, I do all that. And I just don't ever wash my face. Like, I've never met anyone that says that, right? Yeah. So I kind of feel like I accidentally coined a phrase that feels inappropriate, but it feels very also for the times.
Then you're in the right place.
Yeah, right? Skincare is like the gateway drug for self-care, right? Like, once you start like kind of dabbling, you like just keep going. You just start with the skincare, and then you start getting like,
I just told them I just started taking melatonin gummies before I go to bed, and I bought a water pick to floss my teeth. Like, self-care is never ending.
It's just like, and I feel like for me, my friends especially are like, really, Robin, you need to do that. I'm like, I wasn't so extra, instead of really started taking care of myself. I'm like, no, I deserve that.
Yeah.
I deserve that.
Oh, me?
Yeah. I'm like, okay. So I will just tell you, that's what we want you guys to all get to, because I even shared today, I went live with my customers, like, in order to take care of that 3-year-old, Robin's got to be right, or she's going to be the kind of mom she doesn't want to be. Like, it just is.
That's really good perspective, though, Robin. And I appreciate you being vulnerable enough and sharing that, right?
Yeah. No,
it's way easier to just not.
I think all of it, I mean, maybe this is kind of bold to say, but I would say like all women, like just by nature, because most of us are always giving or caring for someone else, whether it's a friend, a spouse, a parent, a grandparent, or a child, or whatever. And so we're always last, right? Like, you always hear like, Robin, like, I actually, I don't think I've ever heard you say this, but they'll be like, I haven't bought myself a new pair of shoes in 2 years, but I buy my kids new shoes all the time.
Robin has never said that, ever.
Robin's never said that.
But it's the same thing. We're always taking care of other people by nature. And so it's like, no, I deserve some time for me. Like, y'all wait. Give me 5 minutes.
Well, and I love that you said that, because what I think is people have been taught, and I think specifically women have been taught, your job is to take care of other people. Mm-hmm. That is your purpose here to do, whether it's in your job, in your home, with your family. That is just ingrained in us. And I don't disagree that there are a lot of us have a calling to take care of people, to be a caregiver, to do things. But I also believe that you cannot give your best if you don't first give that to yourself. Like, it just like doesn't make any sense to me when someone says, well, I don't have time for myself because I'm giving everything away. And I'm like, but in all reality, then you're not giving those people your best. You're giving them what's left over. Yeah. And so I think it's kind of selfish to not take care of yourself, if I'm going to be really honest. Mm-hmm. And this might be some like, ooh, I had some girls saying like, wow, I feel like you're trying to burn me right now. I'm like, you know what? I've been there, and I am in seasons there also, right? Like we're not always perfect at this, but so the three of us were talking about like, what do we really want this to look like? First of all, simplicity, which some of us are good at, some of us are not. I would say, I don't know if she's on, I think she's on your screen like this. This one is like the queen of simple, in my opinion. Like she keeps everything clean. Her counters are always clean. Everything's perfect and beautiful. And then if you were to look at my cluttery house, you might like have a conniption. Like I just have a lot of clutter and I'm like, and then Nicole is like hey, if I don't need it, I don't use it, it's out. And I'm like, oh my God. And
but
then
one day,
Kirsty and I are like, but one day, put
Not
it
a
in
thing.
storage, right?
Buy another one.
So we all have super different personalities, but I really thought about like, what if we could help our sister girlfriends, the people that we want to be influencing, whether you're a customer, some of you are consultants, and some of you are like new to this whole thing. How can we help you be your best you while we are still showing up for ourselves too, right? Like, how do we make this fun? So the three of us think very differently, and which is what makes us such like a power trio, is we do not think the same. Sometimes we can't be around each other because we're too much not alike. We're like, what did you just say? That makes no sense. And most of the time it's me that they're like, Robin, what are you saying? But it's fine. We all love each other. But
Okay, my coworkers like to hang out on the couch while I'm doing all the work. It's fine.
it was literally one time.
One time, and now we're stuck. We were hanging out on the couch and she was doing all the work. So now we're forever the lazy ones. It's fine. But you guys really like the friendship too, though, that we have built has been because of like accountability. We're not friends. We're not the yes friends. I'll just tell you that right now. We're the friends who are like, do you think that's a good idea? Let me give you a little pushback. So we thought, I bet there's a lot of other people who want that. People who are going to hold them accountable, help them be their best selves. And I really said, and let's do some fun prizes because I'm the fun police. Yeah. Let's be clear. Out of everyone here, I'm the fun one. I'm like, we should give things away. So we want to know like what you're excited about. And then I'll kind of give you an overview of what it looks like. And then I'm going to give it away to Nicole's going to talk a little bit about just kind of what the experience, and then Kirsty's going to dive into some supplements and stuff. But what I wanted to tell you is here's how this works. So obviously we're Mary Kay sales directors. So Mary Kay Skincare is where it's at. If you haven't used our skincare, you are about to live your best life. If you're like, wait, I didn't sign up for this thing, what is it? You can jump in now. So we're doing 2 skincare sets that we're talking about specifically, which we also have like a trial version for both.
Because your daily skincare is like your bottom bar. Like that is a minimum.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna let Nicole talk about. You're on this side, I think. And then really then for those of you that are like, wait, I'm on skincare, like I'm doing these things. Some of you are like, but I know that I don't, my night cream is really full because I didn't wash my face at night, right? Like, you know. And then some of you are like, but wait, there's more. So maybe you're doing a supplement. We're gonna talk about like exfoliation. We're gonna talk about all these different ones. And really we're gonna talk about like the gold standard. Kirsty's gonna take a little bit of time to talk about our gold standard retinol. So that's really what this is. 22 days of that. We're going to be filling this page up with fun, excitement, support, and even on the hard days, like I didn't do it today. You know what? Like I went to bed with my makeup on. I'm going to admit it. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's me, gal. I'm not even going to lie. So that's what the kind of gist is. So I would love for you to type below, like what you want to try, like what kind of skincare are you looking for? What are you using, or what have you already chosen? And let us know what that looks like. And Nicole, will you share a little bit of what this looks like, the actual product steps, things like that?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, okay. We are just so happy that you're here and that you are going to just take this challenge with us, and that maybe you've been feeling the same way. So I know that like when talking with my friends, I don't do New Year's resolutions. I think you can start a diet in the middle of a bag of chips or on a Thursday. It doesn't matter what month, doesn't matter what day it is. Like you can choose to change whenever you choose to change. And so this just kind of helps us launch into a new season, right? Depending on where you live in the country, it might even be weather related that you need to change, right? Okay, for us dry folk, I am flaky unless I am lathering up in juicy goodness every night before I go to bed. It's just the season. So you have 2 skincare options that you can choose from our Mary Kay collections. So the first one is what we call the 3D collection. So it looks a little bit like this. It looks a little bit like this. And so there's 4 pieces in this collection. And this is for someone who is, Robin was just trying to, be about herself.
There you go.
There we are. So this has a cleanser, a day cream, a night cream, and an eye cream. Okay. Normally retails for $110. Right now it's on sale for $99. It lasts about 3 months when you're using it morning and night, which is the idea. But what we love about it is the results that it provides. I don't know if Robin has access to pull up our friend director, just incredible results. But I mean, we're talking about lift, tone, texture, brightness, all the things. This collection is just amazing. It defends, delays, and delivers. It is a great place to start if you are not using any anti-aging skincare products. The other collection that you could choose from is what we lovingly call Botox in a box. And it's the prettiest box you've ever seen. Okay, so it's purple, it's shiny, it's fabulous.
It's my
mirror on the inside. It's so fabulous. This is our Timewise Repair collection. So this is for someone who's really looking to turn back time, just like Cher said. You know, they want to correct some time, some damage, some choices that they've made, and they're ready to make that change. This is the collection I use. Why on earth wouldn't I use the best product on the market? You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can. So it's not a judgment. We just got to figure out what's right for you. This is normally $205. It's going to be for you, if you are a new skincare user, $195. Okay, so that's a heck of a discount for you to go ahead and get started with it. But this really does lift, tone, texture, turning things back, fine lines, wrinkles, all those things. So those are the 2 skincare choices that you can choose to use. Like it, gangster. For the best, hashtag best you in 2022. I really should know.
2022 is honestly, it never comes out of my mouth right. I still think it's 2021, to be completely honest.
Well, I'm glad I'm not alone. So those are your 2 options. If you are not on skincare, or if you are, like, drop in the comments that you want, which one you want to try, which one makes more sense to you. Robin was just showcasing that we have the travel size available as well. So those are only about 2 weeks. So it wouldn't be for the whole challenge, but you could really get to see if you are enjoying it, if you have skin sensitivities, making sure that it doesn't hurt or harm or anything like that. It's really, we just have the best skincare in all the world.
Nicole, you also share about our customer guarantee, since all these people are like starting new things, new whatevers.
Oh, yeah. So how many of you have ever gone to maybe a department store or a drugstore or the grocery store, and you picked up a new skincare item because your best girlfriend said so, or because there was a really great advertisement for it? And then you took it home and you tried it, and it wasn't everything you wanted it to be. And then now it's added to the other drawer of mistakes of lipsticks and foundations that no one should have, because no one lives in fluorescent lighting, right? And there's just nothing you can do with it. You're stuck like Chuck. With Mary Kay, we don't have that. We have 100% satisfaction guarantee. Mary Kay does not want you to have a drawer full of mistakes. Mary Kay wants your money to be well spent and for you to be happy about spending it with us. So we're going to guarantee what you use, that you're going to love it. And if you don't, we're going to find something you do love. I mean, shut the front door, you guys.
And that's one of those things, especially because, like, I know a lot of us have shared, like, every person is different, right? So, like, there's definitely probably a lot of things I would guess in Nicole's bathroom on her skincare, even though we both use Mary Kay, that I will not put on my face because I'm very oily almost always. Nicole is not, right? Not everything is made for every person. So it's normal and encouraged almost. Like, if anything isn't working 100%, why keep using it? And does that mean, oh my God, now I can't use Mary Kay? No, it means you can't use this one product, right? Like, your consultant's going to work with you and chit chat and see, like, what's for you, right? So I love that we have that option.
Well, and I love that, like, for most of you, you have skin that has challenges. Mm-hmm. And because of that, like, if you were to look at my skincare routine and look at Kirsty's skincare routine, like, just for example, we're both oily. Guarantee you it's totally different because we have different skincare needs. So just know that that's, like, literally what it's supposed to be. I tell people it probably takes 3 months to really figure out your perfect skincare routine.
It's kind of like a pair of jeans or like a good bra, right? Like, we can all put on the same bra or the same pair of jeans and it's not going to be the same. Like, it's just not. So that's why, like for me, like, I'm not kind of Nicole, to be honest. We're kind of shorter, petite people, right? We're not going to take jeans or clothing recommendations from a normal size person or even a taller person. Robin, on the other hand, is a taller person. She's not, if I called and told her, like, girl, you got to go buy these jeans. These are so great. Take your butt down to the mall, blah, blah, blah. She'd be like, I'm not looking for a pair of capri pants, but thank you so much for trying.
I'm glad you said it. I was thinking it.
Like, it's not all going to be the same. It's just not. Like, even though we can all probably realistically, it's like sisterhood of the traveling pants. Really, we all are shaped very different and realistically could wear the same size, but it's never going to look the same or feel the same. Skincare is the same thing.
I love it. It's true though. I didn't realize that we are like relatively the same size, the three of us, and we are not the same at all.
No.
So we just need the bottoms to extend and shrink, correct?
Yeah.
Is that how this works?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Traveling capris.
Well, and so you guys, here's the other thing. We're going to be here for that like whole process. Like, we're going to tell you about the things that aren't pretty, that people don't tell you. People don't tell you oh, this is probably going to happen, or here's what happens when, hey, by the way, we all three take really good care of our skin and someday have really bad skin days.
Yeah.
Weird. Like, you're going to get it raw, real, and authentic because we, the three of us, don't really know how to roll any other way, to be fair. But also, we think that's what people want, is like, wait, your skin's just perfect every day. I'm like, if only you can see me in the morning.
I mean, Mary Kay does do miracles every morning in my bathroom, but underneath.
And same though, like what we want in this community is for when you guys have questions, or you're just super pumped because maybe it's been a week and you're really noticing maybe some dark spots lighten up or different things like that. We want you to like post in this group. It's a free for all. Like, post in here and be like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, my coworker noticed something different. Or even the opposite, like a picture being like, hey, I'm kind of actually breaking out a little bit. Like, let's chat about it. Is this normal? Like, that's what we want in here. It's real. It's an accountability thing.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, speaking of, Kirsty, show us the good stuff. Like, I mean, our skincare is like the bomb. Like, let's not get it twisted. But I feel like some people forget, like, that was the brush your teeth, which we should all be doing. And I know some of us are starting there, but now
we're going to water pick.
I'm not going to water pick.
I was like, wow, low key water pick plug. Okay.
Yeah, plug in the water.
This is not a sponsored post, but I'm a new water pick lover. Not a good flosser, but great at water picking.
Do we need our flossing accountability now too?
So this is the basic, right? This is the and then some. So Nicole talked about our daily skincare. You have to be washing your face every day, okay? That is the bare minimum. It's like taking vitamins. It's like brushing your teeth. It's the basics, right? But your skin is going to have additional needs, right? So like all of us realistically could use a generic skincare set. That's totally fine. But we have different needs. Sometimes that's acne. Sometimes it's texture. Sometimes it's discoloration. Sometimes it's periodic dryness. Sometimes it's periodic oiliness. Sometimes every single person has specific needs, right? So your daily skincare is going to target what like a multivitamin would be, right? But if I'm going to take an allergy pill, it's because I have a specific need, right? So think of it kind of like a medicine cabinet. So the stuff that we've shared with you that you guys are all probably using during this whole challenge, if you already have your daily skincare, but you plugged in some extras, right? So the first thing is going to be an exfoliant, which is, in my opinion, non-negotiable for every single person. One or the other. Sometimes people can do both. I love using both, but they're made for different purposes. So different people might have different needs, right? One is a physical exfoliant. One is a chemical exfoliant. Don't let that word scare you. That's just what it means, that it's mega powerful, right? So the general idea of an exfoliant is going to be is that it's going to take off your surface layer of dead skin cells, right? Robin, I know you're laughing. I didn't want to be upfront. So regardless, what that does is going to take off your surface layer of dead skin cells. The facial peel is actually going to go layers deeper and start breaking apart the bonds and literally accelerating that cell turnover rate, making that happen faster. So texture, skin tone, discoloration, all those things, in my opinion, there's kind of like nothing this can't fix. But exfoliation is super key. So that is one thing. And then those are things you would do, or a charcoal mask. Like those are kind of things you would do 1 to 2 to 3 times maybe a week if you're oilier skin, drier skin, whatever, right? But if you're like, okay, what am I going to add into my daily, my every single day, right? It's probably a serum. I got to grab one more out of my medicine cabinet drawer. So what those are going to look like is one, our lifting serum. If you're like me and Nicole and you're already using a repair system, this is built into that. But even for the years when I was using our Miracle set, and I still do during the daytime, I still use this every single day, morning and night. What this is going to do is literally like your triangle of youth, snatch it up. Spanx for your face, your jaw, your cheeks, your neck, your everything. You should be using this essentially like to your bra line, like everywhere, right? Going to mega tighten this up. Your vitamin C plus E serum is going to help just crazy with skin tone. Like it's got a billion gajillion other benefits, and we're going to post those things in the coming days. But essentially, skin tone. That is what this is going to mega do. It is fabulous, boosted antioxidants. And then also, if you did our microderm repair set, or our microderm refine set, The pore minimizer is something that actually can be used every single day. Pore minimizer, self-explanatory, right? Minimizes your pores. So those are those main supplements. Okay, for real. Can we take me off big screen? Thank you.
Got you. I don't see your whole face. You're so gorgeous.
The last one, and I'm going to be brave tonight, and I'm going all in, and I'm going to take all this goodness off. Okay, so the last supplement we're going to talk about is our Clinical Solutions Retinol. Okay, and the three of us, since we already use all these awesome good things, and we've all each gone through this before, but we took a break off for summer because you shouldn't be using retinol when you're like always in the sun, right? And all three of us live in pretty sunny places. So we're actually restarting this now that it is finally actually kind of fall, winter, colder weather for us, right? We're not sunbathing anymore. So we're restarting, and some of you are starting for the first time ever, okay? So Clinical Solutions Retinol. What this is something, it's medical grade, pure retinol, something you genuinely used to only be able to get at a dermatologist's office or like a med spa, right? Mary Kay partnered up with top leading dermatologists and created our own. It is fabulous. And if you don't believe us, you don't really have to, because a bajillion different magazines will back us up. Cosmopolitan, People Magazine, Women's Health. There's a list, a long list. And what that means, it's not just those magazines just advertising for us because we paid for an advertisement spot. That's not how that works, okay? If you don't know that, like when you get a seal, like from Good Housekeeping, right? That means they have a whole team of scientists, the Good Housekeeping magazine employees, right? And they go through additional testing. And if they don't like it, you are not getting the seal, right? In case you're curious, a lot of our products have the seal, but it's all good. So if you don't believe us or the company, you can believe the others if you'd like, right? So it is phenomenal. We're going to share more about this. I'm not going to go super duper in depth right now just for time's sake, but I am going to apply it, okay? So the main things this is going to help, literally everything. There's a reason that dermatologists say this is a gold standard for anti-aging. And this is not something that people will say like, oh, I don't need that yet. I'm not that old. Like, I don't need it, right? In your 20s, in your early 20s, your body stops naturally producing your natural collagens and elastins quite as fast, right? So it's a must-have. Like it is crucial. It is a thing. You must have texture, skin tone, wrinkles, you name it. This is like if you watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding and you put Windex on everything, this is like the Windex. So kind of the same thing. Don't laugh.
Windex.
This is their thing. They always talk about this movie, and I'm like, I've seen it.
It's a fabulous film, first of all. Okay, so I'm actually going to.
I will bring you a copy next week. I have to.
We are going to post a separate thing, and we'll pin it to the top of this group for the next 22 days. That is a little frequently asked questions for retinol. Okay, so the rest of our things, yes, those are once we teach it once, we can help you whatever. But retinol is a little finicky. Okay, here's the thing. Promise me this. I cannot see you, but Pinky promises. Okay, you could, if you skip a couple of days, could you put lifting serum on 24/7 every single day? Do it, girl. You're gonna look great. If you skip a couple of days, can you put on extra retinol? Absolutely not. You will burn your face. If you forget at night, can you put it on the next morning before you go to work? Absolutely not. You will burn your face. It is a pure medical grade retinol. So Pinky promised me you will follow the instructions. In your box was instructions. We're going to walk you through with instructions. And I bet each of you, whoever's customer you are, you're going to get a text from us each week when you apply it. Because the first 4 weeks, you only apply it once a week anyway. So really, it's a piece of cake. So a couple of things that we'll also share are things you're not allowed to use, right? So if you are about to start retinol with us, okay, and you're also using vitamin C serum, nope, not anymore. If you are also using our charcoal mask, not anymore, set it aside. If you're using your beloved Skinvigorate, not anymore, set it aside. And I'm actually really heartbroken about that, but it's okay? Because your face needs to be, everything needs to be very soft and gentle and protected when we're talking about this, okay? So what I'm going to do first is actually, we're going to go all in.
Oh, lashes off, y'all. She just put her lashes off.
She is here to party.
Nobody even knows.
Real quick, if you have not tried the eye makeup remover, I squirted on a little cotton round. Works in like 10 seconds, oil-free, safe for everything. It is magical conditions, all that good stuff. And you just can gently wipe away even lash glue, okay? It's great. And now all of a sudden I went from looking almost 30 to almost 13 without some eye makeup. My fellow blondes, you understand me when you
wait till she takes her brows off.
I was going to say, when you start taking the goods off, all of a sudden you're still getting carded to buy a bottle of wine, but it's fine.
Hey,
Some
that's
of us pay a lot of money for that. I'm just saying.
Stay young forever. You are killing it.
So what I'm hearing is that anti-aging is working.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
And so one of the things I love about what Kirsty's like walking you through right now is the basics of like, hey, this is something we do every morning and every night. And this is something that is like we kept her skin healthy. Like I know we're joking about her looking young but those are all things that like we all have different
It did
things
not
about.
always look like this. When I started Mary Kay at 23, it did not look like this. It was not good. This was time and care.
Amen. I feel like for me too, like I've always had, I struggle with my skin a lot. And then when I got into Mary Kay, I figured out how to work with it. And I still struggle though, right? Like I just want to be clear. Like the other day I was complaining because I had 4 pimples, but I realized those 4 pimples, first of all, are a certain timing, number 1. But number 2 is like I used to have 50 of those and they would never go away, right? Like it's a very different experience. So I just love the like, we're getting real and raw with y'all. Here we are. Look at her. Look at her beautiful.
Okay. So what's it like being in junior high?
So what I just used, because I use the repair set at night, is our foaming cleanser. The redness is not from the cleanser. The redness is because my husband made me turn the heater on and I'm hot.
First of all, your redness is because you're red all the time.
Well, also very true. I just get nervous and I get red, or I laugh and I get red. I don't know. It's a thing. Whatever.
Which, by the way, that says a lot about our foundation because you can never see your redness under.
No, never. 100%. Okay. So now I've cleansed, right? Dunzo, super silky soft. Because I'm doing retinol, I'm doing my eye cream first. Because the reason we're going to always tell you to do your eye cream first when you're using retinol, and I'm using our repair eye cream with the magic metal applicator, so it's cold, it feels amazing. The reason you're going to do this first is because you never want to cross-contaminate if you accidentally still had some retinol on your hands or anything, and accidentally get that anywhere near your eyes. So when you're applying the retinol, nowhere near your eyes, ever, ever, ever. I accidentally kind of burnt myself just a little dash when I did this the very first time. And only because my allergies are bothering me. I kept watering, kept wiping it. What I was doing is I was swapping around some retinol and rubbing it on my eye. So it happens. Let us know. There's ways to fix it. So now you're going to get retinol and your facial milk. Okay. So for the first 2 weeks, your instructions are very specific. Some is good, more must be better, does not apply here. It does do a lot of things, but not here. Okay. So you're going to do literally 1 pump of your retinol, okay? 1, that is it. And 2 pumps of your facial milk. You're going to actually be diluting that. Rub that in your hands. And so you're going to dilute that down a little bit because you're gradually getting your face used to this. So you'll notice I'm avoiding my eyes and I'm not doing my neck and chest area. I got to the point that I could last time, but since I'm starting fresh now, I'm not going to. So most of our skin products, we're always going to tell you like neck to brow line. This is not, okay? So as your skin is getting used to it, and this is how Mary Kay's is different, to be honest. A lot of times you can go to a med spa, a dermatologist office, they'll give you this retinol and send it home with you. And you start slapping it on, you put a ton on, you do whatever, and then you're like, why is my face on fire? Why is my skin peeling? What's happening? We developed a very unique 8-week retinization period with our dermatologist that said, here's how your skin can slowly get acclimated, right? So that's what we're going to do. So you dilute that down your first 2 weeks. And we're going to remind you, so you don't need to remember, but 1 pump, 2 pumps of milk, dilute it, mix it in your hands. So I'm going to actually let that set a minute. And then once I'm done, that's when I will actually go in and do my lifting serum and my night cream. Okay. Still using the repair set for me personally. So those are all safe to use, but most of our other supplements, actually for your 8-week retinization, your skincare gets simplified.
Oh, I would say, talk about simplified. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So since we're waiting for that to, set in for a minute, what is the difference between that retinol and maybe the retinol that's in the night cream from the repair collection? Could you talk on that?
Yes, Vanna. So that really is a big difference because some people are like, I've been using this night cream with retinol for a year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm fine. It's very different. It's encapsulated. So think of it like a slow time release painkiller, right? If you're in the hospital, think of it like that versus like an IV drip where it's immediate, right? Mm-hmm. So this is going to be encapsulated. It's a much lower strength. It's not a pure form. It's encapsulated. So the forms are very, 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 very different. And so that's why you rarely have people that have any sort of sensitivity to this but you will to this if you jump too far into it. So, and that's also why I can continue to use both of these together because they're very different. And then a couple of the other things, just to kind of keep in mind, you're only doing retinol at nighttime. Remember, only at night, because you can't do it during the day. The other thing, as you go, I would say what was most common for me, and y'all might disagree, me and most of my customers, it was about week 4 or 5-ish that we kind of started getting a little dry, maybe got a little flakiness. That's normal. Okay. Your skin is literally like starting over. It's like a snake shedding its skin getting new. So this is something you can actually, the facial milk, you can put on as much as you want, like later in the night if you need more, the next morning, in the middle of the day. Like what's great about this is for me, even with a full face of makeup on, if like, because often my flakiness kind of came in through here, you can put a little in your hands and just kind of dab it on and it doesn't mess up your makeup. Like if you're getting flaky or something feels a little bit funny, you can still keep applying this as much as you need. It's going to soothe it and like pack in that moisture, and you'll be good to go.
And I want to reiterate what Kirsty said about, like, for me, I have really sensitive skin to physical exfoliation. So like just keeping it real, I can't do anything on my skin that's physical exfoliation, like at a facial spa, anything. For goodness sakes, I made my husband shave his beard when he married me because I'm like, this is not happening. Where like my face can't take it. So I was like, my skin's probably really sensitive. I'll probably notice a difference right away. Well, it took me 8 weeks before I started really seeing some of that dryness and some of the changes in my skin. But I had a lot of changes from like 8, 9, and 10. So just what I want to reiterate is don't use more. Don't do it more often.
It won't even work better. Like more will literally not get you different results.
Literally deactivates itself. Like there's no reason to do it. So I just want to say, from somebody who would have been like, well, I feel like it's not working like I wanted to, right? And I will say, if she's on here, I have a girlfriend who was like, she was not telling me. I was like, how's your retinol going? And she's like, well, I may or may not have not listened to you and used too much. And and I'm like, I'm just telling y'all, learn from these ladies. It is it's a dermaceutical. Like it's exactly like it's a dermaceutical. This is a high-end product. So just treat it as such. And don't be scared of it. Just listen. Be a good rule follower. Like,
and honestly, and after your 8 weeks, you can start reintroducing all these things. It's not as scary. The 8 weeks is only so you don't have scary, harsh side effects. Like if you have ever done it yourself, or you know someone who's ever gone to get like a facial peel, or you've done other scary retinol. All retinols are not created equal. First of all, they're not all the same. If you tried one, that does not mean they're all going to be scary. And you had a bad reaction, this is what the 8 weeks is. That's why it's complicated. That's why there's some steps, because we don't want you to have any harsh side effects. Also, real quick little tip, because I just about caught myself doing this, okay? Because I'm used to putting on my night creams all over my neck, chest, in between everything, right? I can't, because then I'm pulling all that retinol down. So I wipe my hands off real quick. I'm gonna get me a little extra because I'm not doing it. I just can't take from my face and pull it down. So I highly recommend putting your night creams on your chest and your neck, the backs of your hands, all that stuff. But if you're using the retinol, wipe your hands off first, then get some more moisturizer. Don't cross-contaminate. Because this area is much more sensitive. So if you get your retinol further down because you forgot or you thought we were joking, you will notice very quickly, and it will feel like fire, and you should wash it off and put a cold wash rag on it immediately.
She says from experience.
Yeah. 100%.
Well, I didn't know we had Dr. Wilman on tonight.
I know.
Wowman.
He's watching football.
We had Dr. Kirsty Wildman today.
My medical degree is from Google.
Yes, my Google doctor. So you guys, real quick, like recap of what we're doing. So accountability, washing our faces morning and night, really accountability to be our best selves. So share some other things you're going to do. Are you doing healthy habits? Are you spending more time when you're quiet time in the morning? Like what things are you doing?
Are you trying to like read more? Are you, working on strengthening your faith? Are you working on physical fitness? Are you working on mental fitness? Like whatever it is, we want to hear it.
And we do. We want to hear it all. And just so you know, Nicole and I are about to go on like a week trip, and we are still doing all of this. So we will be with you. Actually, we will be together. So that'll be an interesting. You might see us live together a couple of times, but we're here to support you, love on you. And here's what I want you to know. We are doing prizes weekly. So you have 5 days to make sure you're a part of this. If you're not a part of this, we're going to give you a couple of days. Like we're going to close it off though. If you don't jump in on this first week, we know there's some stragglers. Really, in all reality, it would have been me. I would have been the straggler. So we're going to give some grace for the stragglers. Those of you that are in it to win it, let's go. Let's get it started. Get it on day one. But if you are like, wait, what is happening here? I missed out. jump in. We are going to be doing prizes this week, but we will leave it open for you if you want to like ask your consultant, what do I need to do? How do I get in on this? So we want you guys to be a part of it, but you got to jump in because we are going to just do this for those that are participating, right? Like y'all are welcome, but we really want to have a group of people who want to do this. You know what I mean? Just together, growing, doing all of this fun stuff. So who's ready to be the best you in 2022, y'all?
I'm excited.
Did we talk about the posting and like how to check in and all that? Did we talk about that?
There will be a post and you comment and you check in.
Yay! Okay, so we will be posting every day. There'll be multiple posts.
That's how you get entered for the drawing if we didn't specify.
That's what I mean. I'm like, I don't even know if we talked about that.
So
y'all figure it out. It's fine.
There's going to be a lot of fun stuff, but the thing you need to know is, and it will say, day 1, check-in post. Like you will know it's your check-in post because it's going to say check-in. So check in, and then you're going to say, hey, I did so. Like I did my skincare this morning.
Yeah. Also, we're going to also probably tomorrow, we're going to make a post and you can comment if you want in on it with your person. If it is me, if it is Nicole, if it is Robin, if you would like for a 22-day challenge for us to send you, you can sign up for a little text. If you're like, I'm still not doing it. I'm literally not doing it unless you come in my bathroom and make me. Well, the only way we can come in your bathroom and make you is through your telephone. So we're going to make it an option. If you're like, I'm not going to do it, I'm just not. You can sign up for a text. We will automatically send you a text every night at, let's say, 8 p.m., right? 8:30, whatever. And every morning at 7:30, whatever that looks like. That says, girl, wash your face.
Like you mean it.
Get in the bathroom and go wash your face, right? And so it'll come from us. If you feel like you need a little bit of tough love or maybe just a little motivational love from us in the morning, that's all good. But you can sign up for that also.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I
so
think that's everything.
Let me review really quickly, though. So skincare. And you're going to pick a supplement, or if you're just starting with skincare or a supplement, you're going to have a comment post every day for a daily check-in. Every comment you do, you get entered into the drawing. We will do a weekly drawing for that week. So we will do a weekly drawing, but you get entered for every comment for every day. Engaging, sharing. We want to see the good, the bad. The group is open for all of it, and we are just going to grow together. So that's the basics. That's it in a nutshell. We love you. Have a fabulous night, and we'll see you tomorrow in the next 21 days. Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.